In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that capture the imagination of collectors, historians, and treasure hunters alike. Among the countless coins minted by the United States over the centuries, some stand out not because of their face value, but because of the incredible worth they can hold in the collector's market. One such fascinating piece of American coinage is the 1987 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny. While it may look ordinary at first glance, this penny has a story and potential value that make it a treasure hidden in plain sight. To begin, let's take a step back into history. The Lincoln penny has a long and rich heritage, first introduced in 1909 to honor the centennial birth of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure instead of symbols like liberty or allegorical images. This was a monumental shift in American coinage, and it paved the way for other U.S. coins to feature past presidents and leaders. The Lincoln cent quickly became one of the most recognizable and widely circulated coins in America. For over a century, it has remained a staple of American pockets, piggy banks, and cash registers. While countless billions of pennies have been struck, not all are equal in the eyes of collectors. Some pennies, due to their minting errors, scarcity, or unusual characteristics, rise far above their humble denomination. The 1987 D penny is one of these examples. Now, the year 1987 itself was an interesting time in American history. Ronald Reagan was serving as president, the Cold War was in its final decade, and technology was beginning to change the way people lived, worked, and connected. Amid these big historical events, the U.S. Mint continued its job of striking billions of coins for circulation. In Denver, Colorado, the D Mint Mark pennies were produced in massive numbers. On paper, nothing seemed unusual about them, until collectors began to discover that certain examples from 1987 carried unusual qualities that made them highly desirable. But what makes the 1987 D Lincoln penny so special? After all, billions of them were minted, and most are still worth only 1 cent today. The secret lies in the details. Many of these coins carry die errors, doubling features, and unique minting characteristics that separate them from the everyday penny you find in change. For example, some collectors have found examples of the 1987 D penny with strong doubling on the obverse, the side that features Lincoln's portrait. Others have found off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and other minting flaws that turn an ordinary penny into a numismatic treasure. The appeal of error coins lies in their rarity. While millions of coins may be produced in a given year, the minting process is not always perfect. A small fraction of coins may slip through quality control with mistakes. These mistakes are what collectors crave. A doubled die, where the design appears duplicated or overlapped, is one of the most well-known types of error. When found on a Lincoln cent, it can send collectors scrambling to acquire it. Another factor that makes the 1987 D penny valuable is its condition. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, with higher grades commanding exponentially higher prices. A 1987 D penny that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition is far rarer than one that has been handled in circulation for decades. Collectors seek coins that look as if they just left the mint, with full luster, sharp details, and no signs of wear. Imagine, for a moment, the excitement of a collector or treasure hunter who comes across a flawless 1987 D penny with a dramatic minting error. What was once a coin worth only 1 cent in everyday life suddenly becomes a piece of history worth thousands of dollars at auction. Stories like these inspire countless people to start checking their pocket change more carefully, just in case they're sitting on a hidden gem. But it isn't only error coins that bring high value. Sometimes, even standard coins can rise in worth if they're rare in higher grades. Because pennies are the lowest denomination of U.S. currency, they are often heavily used, scratched, and worn down in circulation. Finding one in gem mint state is like finding a needle in a haystack. Collectors know this, and they're willing to pay big money for such coins. The Denver Mint itself has a long history of producing coins that have become highly collectible. Since opening in 1906, it has struck billions of coins for circulation. The D mint mark has appeared on countless Lincoln cents, and some of them, like the 1987 D penny, have achieved legendary status among collectors. Now let's dive a little deeper into what collectors specifically look for when evaluating a 1987 D Lincoln penny. The first thing they examine is the strike quality. Is the image of Lincoln crisp and well-defined? Are the words, "In God We Trust," clear and sharp? Does the D mint mark appear centered and intact? These small details can make a big difference in determining whether a penny is worth only face value or thousands of dollars. Another important aspect is luster. Luster refers to the way light reflects off the coin's surface. A fresh, uncirculated penny has a brilliant shine that dulls with handling and circulation. Collectors prize coins with full luster, as it shows they've been carefully preserved over the years. Eye appeal also plays a huge role. A coin with attractive toning, sharp details, and minimal blemishes will always fetch higher prices. Some 1987 D pennies have developed beautiful natural toning over time, with hues of red, orange, or gold that enhance their beauty. These coins can sometimes attract even more competitive bidding at auctions. Of course, rarity is key. While billions of 1987 D pennies were minted, only a handful survive in perfect condition with rare errors. This tiny fraction of coins is what drives the astronomical prices collectors are willing to pay. Collectors often turn to grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, to certify the authenticity and grade of their coins. A certified 1987 D penny in high grade with an error can command staggering sums, while uncertified coins may not reach the same heights in value. Coin shows, auctions, and online marketplaces have all witnessed the excitement generated by rare Lincoln pennies. Collectors compete fiercely to own the rarest and best preserved examples. Stories of ordinary people discovering valuable pennies in old jars, boxes of change, or inherited collections continue to fuel interest in these coins. The 1987 D Lincoln penny stands as a reminder that even in modern times, treasures can still be found in the smallest places. It doesn't take a gold bar or a silver dollar to hold immense value. Sometimes, the humblest of coins can be worth a fortune. So, what should you do if you think you might have a valuable 1987 D penny? The first step is to examine it closely under good lighting. Look for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or other errors. Next, assess its condition. Does it have luster, sharp details, and minimal wear? If it looks promising, consider sending it to a grading service for evaluation. And if you're just starting out in coin collecting, the story of the 1987 D penny offers inspiration. It shows that valuable coins are not only found in museums or private collections, they can be hiding in everyday circulation, waiting to be discovered by someone with a keen eye. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has been more than just currency. It has been a piece of American history, a teaching tool, and a collector's passion. The 1987 D penny continues that legacy, showing us that value is not always measured by size or face value, but by rarity, history, and the thrill of discovery. At the end of the day, it's remarkable to think that a simple copper-plated zinc penny, struck in Denver in 1987, could hold the power to change someone's life. Whether you're a seasoned collector or someone who has just stumbled upon a unique-looking coin, the 1987 D Lincoln cent is proof that treasure can be found in the most unexpected places. And now, the question you've been waiting for: just how much can one of these rare 1987 D pennies be worth? Depending on its condition, rarity, and error type, one such penny has reached a value as high as $49,266.